Hey guys, so I just got back from the theater from seeing two movies again. Um, like I said yesterday, this is a weekend where I'm getting nonstop movies that are Oscar related or Oscar nominated movies. And today was no different. And the first movie I sat through was Living, a movie that I had no idea about until about this past week when I saw the listings of movies that were playing this weekend, and Living was one of them. I'm like, Living? The hell is that? I was like, I never heard of it, never didn't even know of his existence. Huh. And I looked at it, and it's like, oh, it's an Oscar nominated movie. I was like, oh, okay, so that makes sense. And it's starring Bill Nye. All right, cool. And it's a remake, a Kurosawa remake, a remake of a Kurosawa movie. All right, then. It's like that's like my response to every one of those. Like, huh, that's different. And like, I'm a big fan of Bill Nye as an actor. He's always been one of my favorite British actors out there, and it's kind of cool to like. I don't know. I'm sure he's been nominated before. He's had. I don't, but I can't think of any time he's been nominated. So it's like this is a cool fucking deal. If he has been nominated, it's very rarely he does, but it's a damn shame because he's a really goddamn underrated actor, underutilized actor. So yeah, I even read the plot and I said, okay, that sounds like something that sounds like an Oscar movie, Oscar season movie, definitely. But all right, well, I'll give it a shot. And yeah, you know what? This movie was pretty fucking good. This was a pretty goddamn good movie. I'm kind of on the fence. It's like yesterday I saw Brendan Fraser, the whale, in Brendan Fraser's performance. In this movie, I see Bill Nighy giving one of the best performances of his fucking career, and I'm sitting there like, man, I know the popular choice right now is Brendan Fraser, or even Austin Butler, but Bill Nighy should be really considered. He is really fucking good in this movie. If you don't know what the movie's about, he's this guy who's a bureaucrat during the 1950s in Britain who he basically just works for a living, and he that's all he does is work, 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 work. He has no life whatsoever, and unfortunately, he finds out he only has 6 months to live. He has cancer, and he has 6 months to live, and he starts to rethink how he's lived his life and how he's not really lived his life at all, and he's not lived much of a full life, and so he's trying to learn how to kind of uh, live a life before he dies, and he befriends this girl who's I forget what her name, the actress's name is, but she was really good too in it. Like she was really likable, and kind of they grew this little friendship, even though it's kind of like a scandal that he keeps hanging out with this younger girl. People think, oh, he's infatuated with her, but she even kind of points it out to him. But it results in a really fucking emotional scene where he gives a fucking emotional dialogue or emotional monologue that's really fucking well done. It's a poor guy that realizes that like he portrays really well like a guy who's has regrets in that he never lived his life to the fullest, and now it's too late, might be too late, and so he wants to try to make his life feel like he has some meaning in his life. And it's a really goddamn good movie. Bill Nighy's really good, man, like really fucking good. It's like I said, I liked his performance. I generally it's a movie that honestly kind of surprised me, and it's kind of getting the spoilers a little bit. I mean, it shouldn't be much of a spoiler, but if you don't want to know, spoil alert. So when I went into this movie, I figured, okay, it's gonna be one of those movies where you chronicle like the last months of his life, and then at the very end he dies. One of those kinds of movies. This movie did fucking surprise me, because an hour into the movie he dies. out of fucking nowhere, just he goes from one scene where he's trying to get a playground built in his city. This is right after World War II that this takes place. He's trying to take this bombed site and turn it into a child's playground. And throughout the movie, like there's like these women that are trying to get it done, and they're kind of being given the reach around, and like they're all fucking, the whole, like they have to visit. They're basically just kind of ignored, and then at the very end, like about an hour into the movie, Bill Nye decides he's going to take it upon himself to deal with this and help these women. And right when he decides that, it cuts next scene right to his funeral. I went, what? I thought, okay, when that happened, I was like, did this movie like really? I was like, that hour and 42 minutes could really fly by. It wasn't boring at all. I was like, man, that hour and 40 minutes really did fly by pretty fucking quick. And then I looked at my phone, and there's like, it's only been an hour, and I'm like, wow. That's like, and there's like a half hour left of this movie. I'm like, huh. I was like, that's interesting. That they did that, and I was like, what are they gonna do now? And then they kind of show in his last months of his life, like him flashbacks, him kind of helping get this park built, which by the end of it is built, and you're like, huh. I was like, that was a different way to tell that story. I felt that could have felt different. I've never seen the original. I've heard it's a movie's from the 50s. I heard it's really good. Kurosawa film. I'm sure it's gonna be I'm sure it's critically acclaimed. But yeah, like I said, really Bill Nye, like his performance is fucking top notch, man. Like a really goddamn good performance. It has a really good message to it. Honestly, this was a surprise. This generally was a surprising movie. I did not know about it. I was pleasantly surprised, and it was pretty fucking good. It's like, usually when I don't know about a movie and then hear about it like that week, usually that is a bad sign. But this is one of those times that it wasn't. So cool. I recommend seeing Living. I wasn't the only one in the theater. I thought like I was the only one who had heard about this movie, but no, there was a couple people in there. I'm hoping, like, I've over the last couple weekends, the movie theater has been pretty decently, had decent crowds. I'm hoping that's a good thing that keeps going, because goddamn, like, I have theaters around me fucking closing. I'm hoping that mine isn't going to be the next one. If so, then fuck. But yeah, go see Living. Really highly recommend it. I'm trying to think. I wanted to think there was something else I want to talk about in the movie, but really, it's a movie. It's an actor showcase movie of showcase of Bill Nighy's performance, and that's the main thing. And even though it has a really fucking good message to it, even though it's something you've seen sometimes done bit before, but it's a really goddamn good movie. Highly recommend it. I have one more review to do, and until then, I'll talk to you guys later.